about the 45,000 mark.
And already Ross, Doyle starting in the ruck and Stein starting down forward.
Yes, it's an interesting move. He's kicked some goals this year, Jim Stein, so not a bad move by Neil Baum. Just might upset the balance of the Essendon side. Flood will pick up Steins.
They did that against Hawthorn too, I think, didn't they? First quarter at the MCG. Big crowd for Essendon in Melbourne. The match of the round. The unbeaten Demons, currently second on the ladder. Doyle, number 26, goes at it. A good tackle by Somerville. Obst, a chance. Hilton runs strongly at the football. A chance for Essendon. Oh, Bomber Thompson got one high. There's going to be a free kick to the Essendon captain, which he will take still inside the centre square. Great to see him back. A few changes in the Essendon lineup this week, but does, at least on paper, look a little bit stronger. And the side that's lost the last couple of matches. Attempted punch away by Tingay, applies the tackle. Somerville again, attempted kick, can't get it out. Well, that might have been high from Viney. The umpire says play on. At the sun of his eyes, he had to actually put the hand up. Chance for Cockatoo Collins. Now it should be Tingay to clear. Dives on top of it. Might be in the back. On the shoulder, says the umpire. It is. And Stephen Tingay will take the free kick at left half back. In the state squad during the week for Victoria, 4 players from each side. The state squad. Kicked back by Cockatoo Collins, but it's out of bounds. We'll have a throw in just outside too.
There's James Hird, a very important player to the Bombers, can play at either end of the ground. Really a budding champion. He's not yet, hasn't played long enough to be called that, but he certainly has got the potential. That's Doyle doing the ruck work. Obst to Neitz. Further afield to Rowe. And the mark taken on centre wing by Harvey. This is Mark Harvey, ever reliable half-back. Been a terrific player for the Bombers over many years. He brings it in towards Salmon. The height of Salmon may be a problem. It's taken by Hills. Hills in towards the pocket, hooks it badly and out of bounds. About 25 metres around from the Bomber goal. Now there's David Neitz on screen. Ross, a promising half-back.
Yes, as a player, his clash with her will be a beauty today, Pete.
Already temperature exceeding the expected maximum today. Cockatoo Collins kick into the goal square and off the hands of White and rush through for one behind. The first score of the match, rush behind. Coming up to the Essendon side with a home team here this afternoon. 18 minutes left in the first quarter. Back, strong mark, taken down by Neitz. Hand pass is effective, away goes Obst. Another long ball, Phoebe, back to Tingay, again onto Obst, runs into trouble, can't get clear. Crowd calling for holding the ball, it's not there. Another Renshaw. Back it comes to Mercury, who's also named at the state side, but there's the ever-reliable Peter Rowe. Phoebe applies the tackle, that's Matthew Phoebe. Ball kicked off the ground again. Oliver Renshaw. Phoebe into his back, surely.
Yeah, definitely a free kick, Pete. No question.
Oliver Renshaw going to retain his number 47 rather than go for a lower one. That's a good mark taken by Tingay. Not much of him, but pretty quickly. He's a good mark and a good kick down to half forward. Gary Lyon. Strong mark.
Good help from Stevenson. Kevin Sheedy's placed the effort there on Stevenson to pick up line.
The Western Jets performed well in the Foster's Cup. Against the breeze, though, pretty tall order for Gary Lyon to kick from 65 to 70 metres. Although, of course, it does swirl here at the MCG. The win, that's not a bad sort of a kick. Steins at the back, waits for it, hit the post. Came off the hands of the pack and hit the post. So one behind each in the first quarter. Scores level. And witty signs of a top game of footy. Fletcher to kick in.
Dustin Fletcher, he's bringing it in short. In towards the back pocket, he finds Peter Somerville. Now, both those players had fathers who played for the Bombers in the past. Now, Mark Mercury at half-back, a good diving attempt. Brings it in towards centre wing, it clears the pack. Dean Wallace back in the side, looks for Hird. All strong at the ball, the Melbourne players. As they race in after, it's still in play, close to the boundary line too. As it comes back to Road wide, this is Matthew Phoebe. Onto the right foot. towards half-forward. Somerville was there. Also Jeff Hilton, the former St Kilda player. Good play. Longer Brett Lovett. The umpire said he threw it. So a bad blue. Here's Joe Mercedes. In towards half-forward. Pushing and shoving in the pack. Gee, strong overhead. James Hird. And a good mark. Now, the lead is on by Buick. He kicks to Salmon. Salmon and White. Oh, good play by Sean White. And here's the danger man, Darren Buick. Oh, it's the post. Oh, good attempt by the little red-headed rover. And he is so dangerous round the goals, Ross.
Yes, Kevin Sheedy said they lacked foot speed last week and goal-kicking potency. And with Buick back in the forward line, it gives them both those qualities.
A poster each in the first quarter. Lovett takes the mark inside 50. Standing the mark is Calthorpe. Straight down the ground, Hills tries to outmark Freebie. Taken by Denham. Hills again, not Hills but Hird. Right on 50. A mongrel punt off the boot. Looks pretty good though. Oh, White just gets back, but it goes through for a minor score. Kick by James Hird. His first score of the afternoon. And 3 behind plays 1 with 15.5 minutes left in the opening term.
Ball should have got down there, Pete. I don't think it should have been a free kick to Matt Phoebe on the wing. He was interfered with. Wasn't paid.
Road to kick in again. And many fullbacks, seems to take plenty of time looking for options. And not a good kick off the boot. Viney up in front to take the free kick. Lovett lays off the hand pass. Road made plenty of ground in front of Denham to take the pass. Brownlow medalist Wanganeen with speed and flair. Stephen Phoebe punches away from Hird. Obst. Oh, good clearing punch away to get it clear of Denham. Hird again. There's going to be a free kick. Going back to Andrew Obst. She will take it the right half-back flank. That's still streaming in at the MCG. Wanganeen from behind. Lovell. Stephen Phoebe on right centre wing. Stephen Phoebe's kick down towards half-forward. Ball punched away by Mark Harvey, and it just clears the boundary line in front of Hilton. And also Bomber Thompson will see a throw.
Well, both sides getting plenty of the ball at the moment. Bombers have had the chances. They really need Salmon to take a few grabs down there. Now, is that a free kick against Harvey? He punches it back. The umpire said it was fair. So it'll be another throw in. Half forward for Melbourne. Scoreboard reads Essendon 3 behinds, Melbourne 1, as we see David Schwartz. But Lyon comes in over the top, taken by Harvey. Harvey a clearing kick out towards centre wing. Hird creating all sorts of problems down there. He's doing well. Hooks it back to Dean Wallace. A push out. The umpire had a good side on view of that. Now the short kick was by Road. Found Phoebe. Now it must be Matthew. He's kicking it on the left foot. Matthew Phoebe towards half forward, and the mark taken by Andy Lovell. Lovell gives it off. This is Steve Phoebe in towards half forward. Taken away by Dustin Fletcher. Fletcher read that beautifully. Brings it towards centre wing. Tingay sets himself. Oh, he misjudged it badly. Cowell at the back. He's got it. Darren Cowell onto the left foot towards half forward. Good mark to Hilton. Now he should move it quickly. Get it down to Jakovic now. Jakovic leading. The kicker's towards that player. At the back is Fletcher, and Fletcher read it well and took a well-judged mark.
That'll do his confidence the world of good, Dustin Fletcher. Alan Jakovic turned the game very quickly, but Fletcher, good kick to centre wing. Some interference there, let go by the umpire. Cockatoo Collins. Oh, he's caught. Ball spills free. Now it comes into the arms of David Calthorpe. He goes goalwards, kicks, and is off target again. So neither side still able to register a major.
That was almost holding the ball,
well,
wasn't
actually,
it, Ross?
he bounced the ball as his jumper was held, Pete, so he was actually dropping the ball. You're quite right.
Exactly.
3 points the difference in Peter Road to bring the ball back. 13 minutes left in the term, just over. Melbourne going for its third straight win. Lovett and Wallace. Either can bring it down. Buick or backhands it to the wrong jumper. And Road does the tidying up work. Little spiral punt out to Matthew Phoebe, and away he goes. Kicks left foot. Best way of picking those guys apart, if there is such a thing. Oh. Hilton, who's been at everything so far. Good tackle by Thompson. Away from David Schwartz. It's out of bounds at left half forward, 65 metres from the Melbourne goal.
I thought Hilton was grabbed by the left there.
He looked that way.
Defences of both sides well on top so far in the first quarter. Schwartz, Somerville, and another whistle
On the shoulder.
an Essendon free kick. David Calthorpe's kick into midfield. Strong mark brought in by Doyle. And from Dandenong, number 2 in the 1992 June draft. Now a chance for the Demons. It's Brett Lovett. Goes goalwards. Long kick. First of the match for the Demons. Terrific kick against the breeze. Brett Lovett kicks the first goal. 1-1 to 4 behind.
This is not a big goal-scoring player, is Brett Lovett. That's his first goal for this season. In fact, I don't think he kicked a goal last season either, so a good attacking move, and Doyle's been a very good player, really. And good quick hands from Hilton, too. Good stuff.
So we're back in the centre. A handy one to the Demons, and a free kick to Doyle, who's a greatly improved player. Played a great game against Hawthorn. Now he brings it out wide. He's looking for Lyon, diving mark, and he's going to create all sorts of problems for the Bombers. Gary Lyon chips it short. Oh yes, good play. Peter Rhodes sneaking down there now. He'll love to have a shot for goal, Ross.
Good play by the halfbacks, Pete. You're right. He just got away from his player, just snuck down there. Good attacking play.
I'll tell you what, if you had Peter Rhodes and Brett Lovett for your first 2 goal kickers, you would have told us, wouldn't you?
Well, they don't kick too many, the 2 of them, and particularly Peter Rhodes, who normally plays full back and back pocket. But here he is, kicking from about 52 metres. The defender kicking a goal. It will clear the pack at moment. A chance for Hilton. Oh, he kicked it in mid-air, and it clears the line and out of bounds on the full. And well, that would have been a miraculous goal if he could have kicked it. Dustin Fletcher from the back pocket, but the Demons in the last 3 or 4 minutes have had most of the play. He chips it in short and he finds Flood, who marks not much further afield, about 20 metres further afield. David Flood, who was left out of their grand final side. Now he chips it in short to Bomber Thompson, the captain. Good to see him back on the side, smothered off the boot, and that allows Doyle to take it. Gets in a hamper. Hurd's working hard. Joe Masidi. Now Denham. Now Calthorpe to the half-forward line. Salmon at the back. Up the ground. Cockatoo Collins tackle. Gets it to Buick. Oh, beautiful sidestep by Buick. But he hooks it badly, and I think it's out in the full.
It is,
no. Gee, I thought they cleared the line.
Oh, it was.
Might have been touched up. Must have been touched off the boot. I thought they cleared the line clearly.
Yeah, did it, Pete?
It did.
You're right.
Yes, it was touched off the boot.
So boundary throw in left forward pocket for Essendon. Clearing kickers by Stephen Phoebe. In fact, it doesn't clear too much at all. Now Masiti. Somerville just can't quite mark it, but the mark is taken by Ricky Ogorenshaw. Western Ferris winner in the under-19s back in 1991. Should be able to bring up Essendon's first goal from there. With the assistance at the breeze, and we can judge by the flags on top of the main scoreboard, to which he's kicking 48 metres out. Distance shouldn't be a problem. It's not. Accuracy is. And 1 behind. Kicked by Ogorenshaw. So still Essendon can't break their gold duck here this afternoon. 1-1 to 5 behind. So 2 points the difference. Opportunities like this, well, could be costly at the end of the day. Ogorenshaw tries a tackle, chance for Somerville. Paddles the ball further forward, comes out to Calthorpe. Now Denham gives it away to Masidi. Well, they're going across the goals. Mark is taken by Wallace. Hills it is. Also back into the Essendon side today. Judged by the previous kick, should just about get the distance. Again, he's got the distance, but the accuracy is still lacking. This time it's out of bounds on the full. Doyle will bring the ball back into play. So free kick in the right back pocket for Melbourne. Doyle hugs the boundary line with the kick. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full, so a real wasted opportunity there. And the free kick's going to be taken by Sean Denham.
Gee, they're 2 very poor kicks, both of those, Hills, and then that kick out.
Now Denham sets it up for someone to take a mark. Oh, Sean White. Oh, not paid.
almost thought I was on his own man, but I still would have played that mark, definitely.
Was it Doyle or Sean White? Let's have a look.
Sean White.
It was Sean White. Oh!
I'd play that.
Yes, I thought he had it pretty firmly, and he lost it on the way down. Still, it's a bounce. 25 metres out from the Bomber goal. Steins taps it down, taken by Todd Viney. That was good ruck work out towards Matthew Phoebe, and he takes it over the line. I'd say, Ross, two pretty evenly matched sides, these two. And
it's showing up, Pete, too, because the game's just a bit scrappy at the moment, because both sides are trying to get the advantage, and they are matched up very well, so both coaches on their homework.
Half forward for the Bombers, Salmon. Oh, Hurd's looking good. He ducked the head and was caught high. Umpire calls play on. Strong tackle on Calthorpe. Locked in, and it'll be a bounce.
8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Both sides well on top. 5 behinds to 1-1 in Melbourne's favour. So the Demons by 2 points. It's 40 metres out from the Bomber goal, to which they're kicking. Over the head of Oliver Renshaw. Tingay grabs it. Tries to give off a hand pass, and the Demons will come out of defence. Kick us down to half forward. Strong mark. Flood. Originally came from nil, way back in 1986. And they got too many floods in nil. Denham again, busy in the last 5 minutes. Kicks to left half forward. Hurd runs back quickly, gets past Obst, who nearly takes his head off, but did he duck it? Back it comes to Hills. Buick. Might have got a little nudge in the back. He has. Free kick, Essendon.
Hurd's killing Neitz.
Yes, that's going to say, quite right, Pete. I wouldn't make a change just yet, but Neitz is really going to tighten up. He's giving Hurd 5 minutes every time they go near the footy.
Yeah, I think David Neitz is better on the 6'4" type players.
Well, they played on each other a couple of times before, Pete, and it's been sort of even Steven, but the match-up at the moment, I think it's quite okay, but if he doesn't tighten up, Pete, there's going to have to be a change.
Darren Buick for his first goal this afternoon. He's kicked 197 in his VFL, AFL career. 121 matches, and gets the goal. Essendon first. Darren Buick 1-1 this afternoon. Essendon hit the front. The Bombers leading 1-5 to 1-1 at the MCG.
Yes, and even though James Hurd is doing well at centre-half forward, when Essendon are going forward, they've struggled to set up something constructive. And it's only on this time, and through a free kick, that Buick, the player they lacked last week, with that leg speed, as I mentioned, and a bit of potency up forward, the player who finished up with the free kick, they're going to have to be a bit more constructive up forward, Essendon.
So we're back to the centre. 4 points the margin in favour of the Bombers. Oh, well played. That was by Calthorpe. Calthorpe down towards half forward. As we see, taken away. Good play by Grinter. Out wide, and the mark taken by Steins. So Jimmy Steins at half back. So been a magnificent player, the Irishman. There's Hilton, tapped on by Joe Masiti. Brett Lovett, he had a fine game last match. Brett Lovett showing his class. Jakovic, the ball hits the deck. Andy Lovell grabbed as he went to kick it, and just enough to put him off. And there's a little bit of breeze out there as well, and that ball rolls to the line. There's Andy Lovell, former Tasmanian. It'll be a throw in about 30 metres around from the Melbourne goal. Wanganeen on screen, the Brownlow medalist. Now, Salmon doing some ruck work. He taps it down. Wanganeen is there. Phoebe on the left foot, and marked by David Flood right in the square. Now that Phoebe was Matthew who kicked that ball.
Flood comes around the member stand side. Right Flood with a hand pass. Thompson, you're in trouble. Jakovic, he's also in trouble. Ball paddled out the front of the pack, and Essendon purely through weight of numbers. Fletcher and Harvey should be able to combine. They do, to get the ball up towards Cockatoo Collins, but there's Hurd again, having a terrific first quarter for Essendon. Oliver Renshaw shows them how it's done. Long drop punt down towards half forward. Oh, strong mark taken by Cowell ahead of Buick. That's developing into a terrific duel. He's gone for the hand pass. Back it comes to Steins, and Steins again relays it back to Cowell. Cowell kicks towards centre half forward. A juggle. Lyon again. He's a terrific kick, Gary Lyon. Don't discount him here, despite the fact he's 60 metres plus out from goal. Fairest in 1990, and goes in short and with ease finds Jakovic.
That's good football, that.
That's the sort of play they expect. The run-off half-back, particularly from Cow, was very, very good, and then line to take that one-hander. It could be a handful for Stevenson, and of course this man's all important, Jakovic. He's got to kick straight.
Alan Jakovic's first shot at goal this afternoon.
12-18 for the season so far, Pete, so he's not exactly accurate. He's certainly getting enough for the footy.
Third in their best and fairest, 91. He's won the Demons goal kicking 91, 92 and 93. And that might just struggle for a score. In fact, it hit the behind post, and so it's no score. He's not going to add to his AFL tally of 162 goals. So Flood again to kick in. It is hard to come by in the first quarter here at the MCG. Flood this time to the outer side. Steins was being held, no free kick. The ball sits nicely for Hills, or I'll take that back. His opposite number 11 dives on top of it, Jim Steins. Will he be penalised? No, he won't. And it will be a bounce on centre wing.
1-1 Melbourne. The Bombers 1-5. Low scoring game so far. Both defences doing well. And just over 4 minutes of play left till quarter time. The big arms of Salmon put it down. That was Kelthorpe getting it to the half-forward line. Oh, good play by Grinter. Steve Phoebe is there. Now Jimmy Steins. Look at that. On to Steve Phoebe. Terrific skills by Steins. To half-forward. Jakovic at the back. Fletcher in front. Good mark, Dustin Fletcher. He gives it off. Mark Harvey. Oh, caught with the ball for the Bombers there was Stevenson. He's lost it, but then Wanganeen comes in. Now Matthew Phoebe on the right foot. Hooks it across his body, and David Flood saves the day again. Gives a hand pass across the face. Mark Harvey chips it in. Half back line, and Bomber Thompson will clear it to the centre of the ground.
National defence working overtime. This is Mercury, who was named in the Victorian state squad during the week. Mercury's kick towards half forward. No mark taken. Buick kicks it from mid-air. Oh, he's kicked the goal! What a ripper! Terrific goal by Darren Buick. That'll bring the fans alive. Essendon second. 2-5 to 1-1.
That's freakish, isn't it? Yeah, that's a sort of goal that he can kick. But a much better move from Essendon, particularly from Bomber Thompson, getting that clearly out of that back area, finding Mercury there. And this is just a freakish goal from Buick. Good stuff.
So 10 points the margin after a freak goal, but we see him do that time and time again, Darren Buick. Now the Bombers try and get out of the middle. They can't do so. Schwartz is there. Steins looking for someone to give it. Todd Viney gets it to Obbs. Obbs chips it wide. The players stop. Jakovic racing after it with Fletcher. What can he do, Alan Jakovic? Almost threw that one away. Andy Lovell is there. Back to Jakovic and Fletcher. And it's forced over the line. And is that out in the full?
Yes.
Or it's about, no, I think he's going to throw it in.
He was appealing for it. I thought he had a good case.
Well, the boundary umpire said it was a throw in. They've got to kick it low to Jakovic because Fletcher will have too much height for him. Now there's Salmon getting it down to Denham. Denham ridden into the ground. Oh, could have got a free kick there.
Yeah, you're right there, Pete. Jakovic must just lead, and they've got to keep the ball low to him. He's not a great grab overhead, as you're saying. Fletcher definitely will have the better of that duel in that area.
2.5 minutes before quarter time. Salmon up high. It's a scramble out there. Not even see another ball up. Hilton or Tingay with Hilton. LOVETT. Tingay now. Out of the left foot from left centre, from right centre wing. Steve Tingay towards half forward. Doyle was the flyer, only one that went for it. And Flood very busy in defence in the first quarter. And one of Essendon's best. Salmon does the shepherding for him, but he's got plenty of time to bring the Bombers out of danger. Steins in front. It was all Melbourne. Steins gives away the hand pass. Grinter. Crowd calling for holding the ball. It's over the head of Buick. And he get another one. He's got 199 goals. His next is 200th. Cockatoo, Collins and Cowell. They both go down. Leaked. Cowell to take the free kick. Oh, it's a shocker. White. Melbourne making heavy weather of this road. It's a half-back. Phoebe. Matthew Phoebe.
I think Lyon's hurt and coming off.
Yes.
Gee, that's a blow. Didn't see what happened there. This is Andy Lovell at half forward, or left half forward. Kicks down to the running Tingay, and Tingay will go goalwards. No, he won't. Terrific effort there by Renshaw. And Gary Lyon on the bench. We'll go down to Dipper shortly when he has some news as to why Gary Lyon has been taken off, but he's been starring in the first quarter. And what a blow that would be for Melbourne. He's had such a terrific pre-season, Gary, without injury for about the first time. Decent old push out there against Lamprell. He will take a free kick.
There's a Lamprell started on the bench with Sullivan and Yates.
She'd be a huge loss, Lyon, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it didn't look too bad, Pete, so I'm not sure what it would be.
Andrew Lamprell from left half forward. Ball drops a little bit short. No one can take the grab. It's paddled out in front. Lamprell again. And he's missed from point blank range. The one behind by Andrew Lamprell. Late replacements on the side this afternoon for Paul Primke. Justin Fletcher to kick in.
Fletcher is kicking up wide, looking for Mercury. Over the back is Grinter with a big punch. Masiti. Well, Essendon look a little bit more switched on than Melbourne at the moment. They've got numbers at the ball. Buick takes a great mark. He's got 30 seconds to get it down there and score a goal, but getting into that hole.
It's been some poor kicking, Pete, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, that was Steins getting across to Steve Phoebe. Hilton takes front position. Good mark. If he moves it quickly, they're a chance. He brings it into the pocket. Oh, Fletcher leaves Djakovic. Comes here out to lend a hand to his teammates. Salmon's there. Now Tingay. Now a chance for Djakovic on the left foot. Smothered in the goal square. Lamprell off the ground. He's kicked it. Yes.
Right on the siren. Siren for quarter time. Andrew Lamprell. I think it's only his second goal he's ever kicked. And what a time for it to come up for the Demons. As I said, the siren has gone, so let's check the quarter time scores at the MCG. A very handy one for the Demons, 2-2-14 and Essendon 2-5-17 at quarter time.
Backline area, but what a terrific player he is. And you see, Neitz has the slight height advantage, but Hurd just reads the game so well.
Second quarter at the MCG. It's 3 points the difference after Melbourne got a goal on the quarter-time siren. 2-5 plays 2-2 before an excellent crowd. Gary Lyon is still off the ground. He got a knock late in the first quarter, and he hasn't made a reappearance, so that's a bad blow for Melbourne's chances. The kick comes up towards Mark Harvey. He knocks it down. Todd Viney with the opportunity, lays off the hand pass. It's Hilton. Might have been touched off the boot. In fact, that's what the umpire indicated. Lovell gives away a quick hand pass. Crowd looking for a holding the man decision down there. Thompson will come away with the football. Gives it to Harvey. The more experienced campaigners and defenders in the Bombers side. This is Mercury. It's around Rod Grinter. It's from a standing start up towards half forward. Hurd, Cowell, taken down by Buick, who's already kicked 2 goals so far today. Is that holding the ball? No, says the umpire. They're indicating it's going to be a bounce. 5 metres out from Essendon's goal. Somerville, Doyle, Cowell, having a good deal with Buick. As I mentioned, Buick has already kicked 2 goals, but that's out of bounds on the full. And the Mark Endell free kick. It'll be the latter, of course, to be taken by Joe Masiti.
So Masiti way out at half forward. Bring it up into the danger zone. Salmon, centre of the pack. Punched down by Sean White. He's a very good defensive player. Here's Mercury having a pot shot at goal. He put it through. Great goal. Mark Mercury gets his first good start to the second term by the Bombers. 3-5 plays 2-2.
Yes, perfectly read by the small forward Mercury there. The setup of a kick like that coming to Salmon, they've got to realise the Melbourne backs, and there's going to be a punch forward like that. They've got to be there forward of the pack for the crumbs like Mercury was. And whilst it was a very good goal, it should have been a better defensive effort by the Melbourne half-backs there. Obviously, White and Co are going to punch from behind. They must be in front, picking up those crumbs. 31st career goal to Mark Mercury. Handy one for Essendon. Doyle taps down, can't find a teammate. Harvey. Quick kick, slews off the side of the boot. It'll be against Hills. Mark or free kick to Matthew Phoebe. Quick to get the hand pass away. Rowe covering a lot of territory so far in the match.
Bella Thompson. Safe in defence as usual to Oliver Renshaw. Thought about giving it to Thompson, who was going past, went back and goes long, down the spine of the ground to half forward. Umpire's indicating a holding decision. I think he was held on the arm down there, was he not? Neats. Kicks out towards centre wing. Tinga. Long kick to half forward where Gary Lyon should be. Almost a mark dragged in by Schwartz. But Sean Denham does the tidying up work for the Bombers. Not too many options open for him. The ball bounces towards the centre wing position. A one-on-one duel. Matthew Phoebe. Excellent hand pass to Lovett. Lovett with a centering kick. Terrific football from Melbourne. Obst takes the hand pass from Doyle. Where's Djakovic? Mark is there. He's got it.
Terrific play there by Matthew Phoebe on the wing. He's had a terrific duel with Hills. And then a great centering kick by Lovett just to set that up so that Obston get through with his kick. Here we go again. Watch this. Up and go. Good, quick hands. Well played. And there's delivery from Lovett. One of the best distributors in the league by hand or foot. Good setup by Obston.
Djakovic kicks it goal. Looks good. And gets it. So the Demons come back with a quick reply. Djakovic kicks his first goal for the afternoon. It's 3 points the difference.
Yes, and while that was happening, Kilpatrick is just coming on the ground for Essendon as Ola Renshaw comes off. And there it is. Terrific play there by Phoebe. And a better setup you wouldn't want. And then you needed Djakovic to finish off, and he did just that. Well done, Melbourne.
Well, the Bombers by 3 points. Very evenly contested match. As we said, Doyle beating Somerville for that one. Here's Andy Lovell. Getting the hand pass. Matthew Phoebe in towards Steins. Steins having a spell on the forward line. And he's down there to help out Djakovic, particularly with Lyon off the ground as Graham Yates is coming onto the ground and
Grinter
going off is Rodney Grinter. Now half forward for the Demons. Steins gets it down, taken away by David Kelthorpe. Kelthorpe to the centre of the ground, and it's a good diving attempt. No mark, or is the umpire going to pay it? So that looks Graham Yates has just come onto the ground. Yates to the pocket. Steins can't mark. Chance, Djakovic smothered beautifully, but off the chop has put it out on the full, and Djakovic claiming it's his kick. Steins' kick, actually. I think it should be Steins' kick.
Djakovic is still asking for it. Is that typical of a full forward, Pete?
Of modern day, yes.
Oh, well played.
You never did that, Roscoe.
And Jimmy Steins, he kicks miraculous goals. I think he might be a little bit too far out here. He's kicked from 52 metres from the boundary line. He centres it. The pack develops. Up they go, and it's a mark over the back. And this is Schwartz. David Schwartz has marked 10 metres out.
His first mark and kick, Pete. Provided he just kick it. Well read though, wasn't it? Just sat back, got the flight of the ball much better than anyone else. There are flyers everywhere.
Here he is, directly in front, Schwartz. He kicks and kicks a goal. Demons in front. Well, bit of a turnaround. Melbourne by 3 points when Essendon Ross looked the better side for a fair degree of the first quarter.
Yes, they had a bit more of the footy, but become such an important player as David Schwartz with the line off the ground that he takes over at centre half forward there. And that's his first kick, as I mentioned. A good way to start with your first kick to kick a goal.
38 career goals to David Schwartz. Melbourne goals have been shared. Schwartz 1, Djakovic 1, Brett Lovett 1, and Andrew Lamprey 1. The latter starting on the bench. And for Essendon, Darren Buick 2, and Mark Mercury has kicked the 1 goal. So it'll be interesting to see if Gary Lyon can retake his place on the ground. Stibbett told us at quarter time he got a knock late in the first quarter and is still benched.
And Delaney's on too, Pete, and I think the player off is Dean Wallace. Delaney on for Essendon.
3 points the difference in the second quarter. Terrific game of football so far. Schwartz. Harvey got into his back, or was it holding the ball? It's against Harvey. Melbourne free kick. Schwartz inside the square to put the Demons into attack again.
Melbourne seem to be working a lot harder, Pete, than they did in the first term.
Kick is down towards half forward. Viney and Doyle. Viney looking for options. Jakovic is there. Fletcher over the back. Jakovic quickly. He'll have a shot. Right foot snap. The bounce important here. Is that a mark? Umpire has played it to David Flood, who was very busy in the first quarter and repelled many attacks. 4 and 2 his stats so far with 5 marks. Flood, one of Essendon's best so far. Kickers towards the 50-metre line. Punch away by Somerville, sees the ball safely over the boundary line for a throw-in with 15 minutes left in the first half. 4-2 to 3-5. Boundary throw-in towards Somerville. Doyle. Somerville over the top. Might be a free kick against Somerville. Be a Melbourne free kick to be taken by Doyle for the defence on the shot.
He's a little bit too strong in the clinches, Doyle, for these Essendon ruckmen.
He's a fair player. Only 7 AFL games, so he's certainly asserting his authority.
I noticed him against Hawthorn. He was just shoving them out of the way.
Yep.
Very, very strong up top. So Greg Doyle had a stint at St Kilda, then played with Danny Nong in the VFA. There's that left foot kick. It looks good. It's a goal. Oh, Melbourne. They're doing very, very well. They've moved their score on the 5-2 to Essendon 3-5.
Yes, and very important opening 8 minutes for Melbourne in this quarter. They just have really set themselves up nicely coming through the centre, and their forwards have worked effectively. They've been more prepared to get in front. They've got the footy because of that.
Points the Demons lead by. So centre bounce here, very, very important. And here's Melbourne again. That's Schwartz on the Hilton. Back to Tingay, the two lookalikes combining. Jakovic! Oh, didn't quite hang on to it. The Bombers take it away. Denham kicks to the wide open spaces. The race is on. Paul Hills went without it. Oh, the bounce favours Schwartz. Schwartz in towards half forward and Steins marks.
Jimmy Steins playing a minor role with Doyle at the moment in the ruck contests. Steins outside 50. Land at the front of goal and right into the arms of Somerville, who takes the mark over Jakovic.
That's terrible.
Well, he left his kick too late, but Jakovic was calling him for a 1 out. He left it too long.
Mercury at right half back flank goes to Kilpatrick, who started on the bench. Yates in front, couldn't take the mark. Delaney, oh, you're gone, son. Terrific tackle. Ball spills free. Some good tackling by both sides. Phoebe puts his body in. Calthorpe's got him. Again, the ball spills free right on 50. A big pack developing in the umpire with no option but to bounce it right on 50 metres out from
See those Phoebe's.
Good pressure.
Aren't the Phoebe's good
well.
value for Melbourne?
Yes.
The warm conditions. Bounce it half forward for Melbourne. For Essendon, rather. To Collins, dispossessed. Struck through his fingers. Tingay puts his body in. Comes out to Hurd. Lovett's got him. Was that holding the ball? Yes, it is. Great tackle by Lovett. Phoebe's, is this? I can tell from here.
It was Todd Viney.
Might have been Viney, yes. Kick comes up towards half forward. Maybe a free kick to Grenville. Both coaches using the interchange bench.
That's Neitz. It is the player in a bit of trouble. Yep.
It's a kick to the square.
That's his man.
Hurd had a good first quarter. Salmon the target. Doyle there with him. Salmon can't take the mark. Delaney will look for a hand pass. Back it comes to Mercury. The Demons are going to get out of trouble. Are they? Plenty of Essendon players at the forward of the ball. It's Hurd once again. Hills was there as well. Marking contest. Cockatoo Collins went up. Couldn't drag it down. Ball spills free in front of the pack. Steins goes off the ground. Can't find a teammate with it. And Todd Viney looks for the hand pass. And here's Stephen Phoebe.
Oh, good play by Melbourne. Desperate play. Oh, nearly a good mark too, but taken away by Andy Lovell. Can he break the tackle? He gets his boot to it. Well played, Wanganeen. Bomber Thompson. Gets it back to Harvey. Harvey can go over the top. Wanganeen. Good play, the Bombers in defence. Wanganeen brings it to half forward. Delaney will mark on, well, more so towards centre wing. He gets it to Mercedes. Joe Mercedes looking for Somerville. Good pressure, Matthew Phoebe. Now Doyle on to Phoebe. Good play, Melbourne. Hilton to the pocket. He's looking down there for David Schwartz. It clears his head. Oh, he tried to keep it in. That cleared the line. The boundary umpire was 40 metres behind. As we see Mark Harvey to half back. Taken by Glenn Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick looking for Seven way out at half forward. Dodges. Brings it in towards Buick. Oh, good play down there by Cow with pace. Rizzer is there. Well, look at the desperation. Delaney dives on it. Out it comes to Steins. Oh, on to Yates. And that was good play also down there by Sean White. Steins again. Yates again. Sean White. One to the left boot. Oh, Melbourne get out of jail there. Great play as Cowell kicks it out of defence.
Lucky kick.
On to Brett Lovett. Found a man. That was the important thing. And away they go again. Phoebe's kick up towards half forward. That was Stephen Phoebe. Matthew Phoebe. Long shot at goal. He's just off target.
Gee, deserved a goal, Pete, the way they set it up in the back line.
3 for a minor score.
Yes, as Pete called before in that pocket area, they really got out of trouble just through chipping the ball around. They're having numbers around the footy.
3-5 to 5-3. 10 minutes left in the half. Mercury at left half back in the shadows of the grandstand. Centering kick from him. Phoebe and Stephen Phoebe. And it goes to Tingay. Tingay's kicked out towards right half forward. Marking contest. Wanganeen sees the ball safely over the boundary line in front of Lovell. Well, the game's moved up a peg or two in the last 10 minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah, Somerville off. Wallace to come on for Essendon.
As I said before, both coaches using the interchange bench quite freely in these warm conditions. Kick out of the pack came from Bomber Thompson. Steins. And pass is smothered and out of bounds.
Well, Ross, they're getting nothing out of Somerville and Salmon, really, aren't
Exactly
they?
right. They've got to change that around, which they've done. And you'd think conditions suited for them too.
So Ola Renshaw, I should say, is on the ground. Hills off as it's on centre winger. Push in the back. Salmon. Steins from Brett Lovett. Jimmy Steins. Oh, good, clever little kick. Jakovic. No mark. Punched away. Andrew Obbs and Wanganeen race at it. Oh, neither of them took a backward step. Strong tackle. Umpire called play on. Denham. Further afield to Mercury. Now Wanganeen showing class. And a beautiful daisy cutting pass. Hits Hurd on the chest. Now the umpire's going to play what? He's bringing Hurd back over to have his kick over the mark. Now he's calling play on. James Hurd brings it in towards Wallace. Wallace and Sean White. White's got the pace, and he's a very good defensive player.
That's where they've fallen down, Pete, haven't they, with Somerville and Salmon? No target to kick to in the forward line other than Hurd.
He's certainly been their most effective forward so far. Delaney might have infringed. Cockatoo Collins comes out with the football. The tackle was just there by Grinter. Wide, terrific mark. Judged it better out in front of Wallace.
He's come from the crowd, Sean White. He's had a couple of years in the wilderness.
Started off, of course, when he came out in the blaze of glory virtually, didn't he? That's another import in Jimmy Steins. Couldn't complete the mark. Buick, a little paddle forward. Calthorpe was there. Lovett. Long hand pass. He looks for the Irishman and finds him. Dedham too late with the tackle. Schwartz. Harvey. Harvey goes at it strongly, as he always does. Hilton right on his hammer. Might have got into his back. The umpire says no free kick for it. Thompson. Awkward kick off the boot. And the end result was quite obvious. Viney. Stephen Phoebe. Outside the square. Lovett. You're gone. Good tackle, Mercury. Grinter is there. So too is Delaney. Off the ground from Kilpatrick. Yates. Kilpatrick. Cockatoo Collins and Tingay. And the umpire says somebody was legged. And it's Cockatoo Collins to take the free kick at midfield for Essendon. Good mark.
She's a good player, this guy.
Can he play? James Hurd. Their best forward of the first quarter, and probably still their best forward. 6 marks, 11 possessions, and this will be his 7th kick coming up now.
He's one of the best forwards in the competition, Pete.
Yeah, it's only Hurd and Burke that have kept a minute really in that forward line.
Buick with 2 goals. Hurd yet to score a goal. Will this be his first? They need one. Body language tells it all from James Hurd, his second behind for the afternoon. Timmy Watson looking on interestedly.
I thought it was Marlon Brando for a minute.
Gary O'Donnell next to him.
Gary O'Donnell, of course, named in the state squad during the week, 24-33.
Well, a good tough game this. Steins, his mobility really does show out on days like this. On to Obst, been a great player for Melbourne since coming across from Port Adelaide. A real goer. A shocking kick though towards half forward. Schwartz in front of the pack. It clears the pack. Here's Melbourne through Andy Lovell. Plenty of time to turn around on the left foot. He's looking for Djakovic and he finds him. That was terrific play by Lovell.
Much better setup. They've had all the game, Pete, in that forward line. I've said it a couple of times. As Mercedes is off and Stevenson back on. Stevenson going to the half forward area. Important kick this for Melbourne, Pete.
Well, he's kicked one goal.
Could break it open a bit.
Oh yeah, a very handy one. Seeing Hurd missed his at the other end. So Alan Djakovic, he sometimes misses these set shot. That looks better. That's a good kick. That's a goal. 2 goals for Alan Djakovic and Melbourne. A handy little break now on the scoreboard. They lead by 15 points.
Yes, and the preparedness of the Melbourne forwards to lead up the ground and give their backmen coming off that half-back area a chance to kick to something moving. A moving target has been the difference in these two sides. The Essendon forward line's been very fragmented. And of course, Djakovic with a couple of goals in this quarter, very important.
5 kicks to Alan Djakovic. 6-3 to 3-6 at the MCG in Melbourne's favour. Steins tries to crash his way through. Hilton it was who got the hand pass out to Lovett. Lovett towards left half forward. Djakovic and Fletcher again. Fletcher this time tries to paddle it forward past Lovell. Onto Bomber Thompson. Lovell giving chase. Kilpatrick, a nice spin out. Gives it back to the skipper. Won't lose him any votes. Mercury from half back. Mark Mercury's kick up towards Delaney at half forward. Over the top, Hurd. Couldn't complete the mark. It'll be Melbourne coming away. Grinter kicks it out to Yates. There's Phoebe, Matthew Phoebe. There's away the hand pass. It wasn't a good one. It balked there for Cow, so he does the work himself. The high kick only travels about 40 metres. Courageous attempt to mark by Salmon. Harvey goes down in the tackle. Lamprell spins out well. Ops with the opportunity. You have to be quick. Get him! Superb tackle. And Grenville does the tidying up work for Essendon. Kicks it back towards the centre square, and a strong mark is taken by Kilpatrick.
Yes, good mark on to Harvey. Now Calthorpe, he's got the pace, he bounces, runs round Steins, 70 metres from goal, brings it into Wallace, and Dean Wallace is marked 20 metres out directly in front.
The clash with Paul Salmon and Lovett on the half-forward line for Melbourne's got Salmon a bit of bother with the hip. He's moving better now, but important kick from Dean Wallace. He's been very quiet.
So Dean Wallace, who was brought into their grand final team, Kevin Sheedy, last year when they were premiers, and thinks very highly of him.
Yes, and here, very good mark there by Kilpatrick, and it set up something which they haven't had for a while coming off that half-back area. Players running freely through the centre. And of course, Calthorpe has been a very valuable player.
Well, if he kicks this, Ross, they'll only be 9 points behind. They need it. They needed the Bombers. So Dean Wallace directly in front, kicks and goals. So 9 points the margin. The Demons in front.
And whilst it is only 9 points, Pete, Essendon really haven't looked all that threatening in this quarter. Melbourne's had the majority of the play, and they've looked far more structured in their movement forward. But Essendon just chipping away, and it's what you should do. Irrespective of how you're playing, just keep at it and pick up a man and then use the ball properly when you get it. You work so hard to get the thing, use it properly when you get it. First mistake from Sean White all day.
61 matches, 23 career goals for Wallace. Back into the centre. Salmon beats Steins for it. Lovett. Denham and Obst. Tingay comes in for support, so too does Kilpatrick. And it's going to be an Essendon ball. Mercury. Strong. Up towards full forward. No mark taken. A big pack of players. Cowell had it and then lost it. Ball paddled at the front again to Mercury. Nice block. Lovett. Delaney's into his back. That surely will be a free kick.
Well, that's right, but they let about 4 go. Had to pay that one.
Three Steins. The Essendon supporters unhappy because, as you said, Ross, they let a few go and could have been one to Essendon as well. Rod Grinter, veteran defender. He's been used in the forward line by Neil Baum with effect last year. And the ball beating Ricky Renshaw over the boundary line for a throw-in next to the interchange gate. 6-3 Melbourne, Essendon 4-6. Only 9 points the difference in favour of the D's. Coming up to half-time, just over 3 minutes left in the term. Salmon looks for Harvey, finds him, deft hand pass. That's a real up and under job, might be out of bounds on the full. Renshaw has the mark, but it's not going to be his kick. And it's going to be taken by Phoebe. I think it's Matthew. It is Matthew. I think it's Matthew. It is. Steins can't take it. Oh, that's what you call it. A gang tackle, isn't it?
Yes, he wasn't going anywhere, David Grenville.
Lamprell and Hilton.
That's good umpiring to not to pay free kicks there.
Got to be a ball up, certainly.
There's a ball up on centre wing.
Steins doing the ruck work. Mercury weaved his way through that pack with class. In towards half forward, Sean White completely misjudged it. Here's Graham Yates. He gives it back. And that was from Neitz towards the half-back line. Matthew Phoebe. No, it's not. It's Stephen Phoebe. Now Hurd. Caught. Gets in a hand pass. Still in play. Cowell off the side of the boot. Free kick to the Bombers. Just over 2 minutes to half-time. Racing off with the ball is Stevenson. Gives it off to Denham, the former Geelong player. Sean Denham in towards full forward. Needs free kick against Wallace. It must be against Wallace for in the back. He put the hand and boot in the back well before acceptances.
Yeah, there is. We just missed it as we saw Neitz go back, but definitely free kick there.
Or a Kappa job, that one, wasn't it? Without the football.
They used to pay him to Kappa.
So, Darren Cowell, he would have loved to have been paid that, but made a bit of a meal of it. It's going to be a throw-in right on 50. Just under 2 minutes now left in the half. Salmon. Delaney. That'll be out of bounds on the full. Against Andrew Obst.
He tried to kick that one along the ground and mucked it up.
So Hurd. 13 possessions for him, 6 marks. Kicked 2 behind so far. Salmon going a little bit of a nudge out there. Seen by the umpire. Todd Viney's going to come away with the football. Viney's kick out towards the interchange gates. Lands right on the line. Does it now out of bounds on the full. Gee, it must have cleared it by a bare millimetre. Hurd again. Oh, lovely ball to get around Matthew Phoebe. Away he goes. Is he going to do a Mick McGuire? Should have been taken down there. Cowell does the tidying up work. Matthew Phoebe again. Tackled is by Denham. Obst comes in to lend assistance. Paddled back to Renshaw. Ball out of bounds.
Free kick for holding on. Gee, that's tough.
It is tough.
It should have been play on, shouldn't it?
Oh, my word.
So Renshaw with the centering kick. He'll land it right about 45 metres out from goal. Strong mark needs to be taken. Spinning out was Kelville, didn't come out with the football, and Brett Lovett gives it away to Stephen Phoebe.
Viney went without it. Still there though, Viney. Brett Lovett's doing well. He's got it at half-back. He's doing it at both ends. Brett Lovett, nowhere to go. Looks for Andrew Obst. And then it's flicked over the line by, let's see, that looks as though it was Renshaw. Flicked that over, it was. So it's at half-forward. We've got 42 seconds from the Bombers' half-forward line. They trail by 9 points. Steins taps it down. Here's Grenville looking for Renshaw again. He's got him. He hooks it around on the left boot. Should be a Melbourne mark, or was it touched off the boot? And no, it wasn't touched. So it's Phoebe. I'll tell you which one it is when he kicks.
Stephen.
It's definitely Stephen. He kicked on the right foot. Thank you, Ross. Towards the half-back line. Renshaw nearly a mark. Not paid. Denham to Harvey. Now to Grenville. But as he kicks, the siren has sounded here at the MCG. And, well, a very, very evenly contested game early, but Melbourne on top in that term. They lead 6-3-39 to Essendon 4-6, a total of 30.
Well, according to our computer, the clock rang about 15 seconds early. So that's an interesting one. Not quite sure how that happened. But a very interesting game of football to half-time. His defence is well on top in the first quarter. And Kevin Sheedy not waving the jacket yet. The Bombers with a little bit of work to avoid their third successive defeat. They trail at the moment by 9 points in a good game of football that certainly moved up a peg or two midway through the second quarter. Neil Baum lost the first 4 games last year. Can he win the first 3 in 1994? 9 points the difference at the half. He's taken 6 marks. Dean Wallace, one of their goal kickers, with Mark McCurry. So a forward, not too much going for the Bombers in the first half.
David Road back on for Melbourne, a Lamprell off.
Marks. Dean Wallace, one of their goal kickers, with Mark McCurry. So a forward, not too much going for the Bombers in the first half.
David Road back on for Melbourne, a Lamprell off.
Second half at the MCG, 9 points the difference in favour of the Demons, 6-3 to 4-6. Still very, very warm conditions. LOVETT. Ball still inside the square. Grinter trying to charge his way through. Essendon fans looking for a holding the ball decision. There is none. And it's going to be a bounce just a couple of metres wide of the centre circle. Doyle in the ruck. Salmon had a big swing, didn't get it very far. One of the Essendon players that really has to lift in the second half.
He's doing all right, Doyle, too, to using his body against Salmon, which is the right thing to do when you lack the height.
Salmon only 1 and 2 so far. Tap down there to Mercury on the shoulder. Gee, how do you get Paul Salmon on the shoulder? That'll be pretty hard. The big fish, they need him to fire. Yates in front, good gutsy mark. Well, starting on the bench today, he's done well since he came on. Goes across the ground, not a great kick. Bounce important here, might favour the Bombers. Doesn't favour anybody really, out of bounds in front of Varney and Kilpatrick for a throw in front of the Gray Smith stand. Early stages of the second quarter, second half. We wait the throw in once again. Doyle taps it down, LOVETT. Breaks the tackle across Kilpatrick. Viney fumbles once, fumbles twice. He might still get a possession. He does. He fires a hand pass away. Tackled by Hills, ineffective. LOVETT is going every which way but home, and finally gets the hand pass to Viney.
Good play though by LOVETT, because he showed a lot of poise in a crisis now. There's Mark Thompson, smothered beautifully by Hilton. On the road, should have kicked it. Now a chance for Matthew Phoebe. They refuse to kick it. Here's Obbs. He wants to handball too. On to Tingay. Tingay sets it up for Steins. Jimmy Steins. Still a chance, Steins. And eventually it's forced over the line. Oh, gee, I thought he was in perfect position then to mark that, Ross.
Looked at from there, didn't it, Luke? You got excited?
So Jimmy Steins going back to do the ruck work. What can he manufacture out of this? It's taken away by the Brownlow medalist. Wanganeen across the face. Harvey. Mark Harvey, a daisy cutter. Way out to half back. Oh, trying to kick it in midair was Denham. Obbs was caught high. Brett LOVETT playing a great game. Breaks clearer, shocking kick. Down to Steins. Steins, the ball's held to him and he knocks it over the line. Good umpiring. He had no chance of getting rid of that.
But that's the sort of kicking we've seen today, which particularly from someone like LOVETT, probably one of the best skilled players on the ground. We've seen that sort of poor kicking.
And no excuse, because there was no one on his hammer even. The ball with Wanganeen at half back for the Bombers. He went to handball, then he kicks. Steve Phoebe. Oh, there's Melbourne players got in each other's way, but Matthew Phoebe back to his twin brother Stephen. Stephen Phoebe kicks it wide. Now, this is Tingay. On to Hilton. Hilton has got it at half forward. The former Saint, he slips over. Now, dodging, weaving, straightens up, kicks wide. And racing back. Oh, not even attempting to take the mark was David Flood. He let it bounce over the line.
I think he thought it was going to go out the full.
Indication there too with Hilton slipping over. The grass is quite lush down there.
So Schwartz takes it out of midair. On the road. Snapshot is off target, out of bounds, or behind. It's one behind. Playing Peter Road. First score of the day, 4-6 to 6-4, 10 points the difference. Dustin Fletcher to kick in. Fletcher kicks to the outer side. Stevenson in front. Couldn't take the mark. Doyle, Hills over the top of him. Be a free kick for in the back. Doyle, formerly of Dandenong. Did well against Hawthorn when he started in the ruck. Doing some good body work this afternoon. Looks a little bit groggy, Ross.
Yeah, got a knee right in the right ear there too. It was accidental.
Seeing a few stars. Somebody else may take the kick. No.
Well, they've been at each other from the start of this quarter.
Yes, well, Hills has got the job to run with Lovett because he's been so effective.
Road has the mark. That's the main contest. Jacket, it's the target, and marks! Jacko, right on the boundary. Now, what can he manufacture here? And the wrestle continues. Well, quite a few years back now, there was an all in Donnybrook between Melbourne and Essendon at this ground. I don't think that's going to develop into one of those, but some ill feeling, as we mentioned. Jakovic, Todd Barney adjusts the clothing, starts to run around, kicks off the side of the boot. It won't be a score. Grenvald in front. Should have taken that mark. Maybe he was as surprised as just about everybody else. Mark Harvey. Calling forward is Fletcher. He gives it away to his captain. And Bomber Thompson. The shepherd is provided by Fletcher.
No one to kick it to.
No. He just had to keep going. And kicks it out of bounds on the full. Well, you mentioned the kicking, Ross, and another poor example.
Yes, and Hills is coming off. He'll be replaced by Masudi, which will leave Lovett free.
Well, the ball way out at centre wing with Peter Road. Now, Road brings it to half forward. He's looking for someone to take a mark. It's over the back. That was Stevenson. Getting it further afield. Helthorpe. Now to Kilpatrick. Now to Laney. Good tackle by Yates. Strong tackle. Kilpatrick. I think I said that was Kelthorpe a minute ago. It was Mercury, in fact. And it's locked in there at centre wing. And it will be a bounce. But a lot of good tackling by the Melbourne players.
Good pressure.
The Demons lead 6-4 to 4-6.
They almost got a free kick there, Delaney. He's held on fairly
held on
well
afterwards.
That's right.
Now, quick little kick comes out to Tingay. Tingay trying to get in a hand pass. He does. Brett Lovett cleverly weaving to the front. That's good play by Lovett. Here's Obst. Andrew Obst looking for Tingay. Will it sit for him? He's got it. Brings it in towards full forward. He's looking for Steins. Oh, they're all slipping over. They must have rubber stops in their boots down there. Now here's a push.
Yes.
It's going the way of Melbourne. Push in the back.
Andy Lovell.
It'll go to Lovell. But Steins and Jakovic both slipped over at crucial moments.
Yes, they did. And a change. Mate Wallace is off for Essendon. Cockatoo Collins is on. Kilpatrick was that came off. I'm sorry, not Wallace.
So here's Andy Lovell, a vital kick. Oh, shocker. He's missed it to the right, one behind. He's not happy with himself. The crowd coming alive. But Essendon really would have to lift. They're not far behind, Ross, but they're not playing well.
Well, that's the thing they've got in their favour, but they haven't been playing well, but they're still in the game.
Still no goals in the third quarter. Can't buy a goal at the moment. Wanganeen from Dustin Fletcher's kick out. Brownlow medalist with speed. Around the boundary line from right half-back flank. Kicks up towards centre wing. Salmon overruns the ball. Over his head. That's hard to do. Neats gives away the hand pass. It's to Tingay. Tingay down towards left half forward. Marking contest. Steins pushes his opponent out of the road in Wanganeen. And it is out of bounds at left half forward for the D's. 14 minutes left in the third term. A goalless 6 minutes to start the third quarter. It'll be a low-scoring affair, this. Schwartz had it. Lost it. Denham's kick is short. Cockatoo Collins on the burst. Hilton, it was into his back. Takes the hand pass, does the hotel. Stephen Phoebe. Out his back, that's clever. Hilton again. And out of bounds. So pressure applied by Essendon as the Demons tried to make a forward move unsuccessfully. Next to the interchange area, the boundary umpire throws it in the shadows of the Graysmith stand. Salmon has the height. Palms it out nicely. Yates takes it. Tries to get a left foot to it. Probably just as well he did. Might have gone out of bounds. Was that a throw? Cockatoo Collins down towards right half forward. A little bit of holding down there. Newick and Cowell. And it's out of bounds 55 metres from goal.
Good duel between Cowell and Buick, the West Australians. Very quick. Similarly match.
So it is, as you said, Ross, a great matchup. Two very quick players. Now there's Todd Viney. Now it comes out to Tingay. Now back to Yates. Yates to centre wing. A one-on-one contest. Mark Harvey versus Schwartz. Taken by Hilton. Can't get his boot to it. Back up support from Road. On to Obbs. He goes to ground. Umpire calls play on. Good play by Brett Lovett. A terrific smother. On to Hilton. If they get a goal here, put it down to Lovett's effort. In towards half forward, but poor kick again. And Wanganeen marks.
Evan Wanganeen just up from full back. Little chip shot. Finds Harvey. Have to be quick, Mark. He is, just gets his kick in. Kicks to the edge of the square. Ola Renshaw, a strong mark over Matthew Phoebe. Ola Renshaw, under 19 best and fairest in 1991. Will land at 45 metres out from goal. Salmon attempted mark, not successful. The Fish tries to get it out. Tingo's there. Buick, good tackle. Hurd, their best forward so far. Here's a chance for Calthorpe. Long hand pass. Stevenson from half forward, the youngster, again a poor kick.
Yes, he went for distance, Pete tried to get onto a 12, he just didn't work.
Sort of archetypal of the kicking of both sides today. With a low light of the game, the kicking. Salmon and Doyle. Obston Denham. Denham flips it out. Is this his 100th goal? No, it's not. 200th, I should say. Darren Buick, he's kicked 2. And out of bounds, not even a score. Yates, really position to him. Back pocket. Salmon and Doyle. Harvey with a punch away. Denham, almost. Stevenson at the front of the pack. Flipped out past him. Cockatoo Collins has it. Benched in the second quarter, goes long up towards full forward. Wallace, a chance and marks! He's kicked one, Wallace. Strong grab that time. And a chance for his second. And that would be the first goal of the second half.
Yes, it was a very good grab. Greta is a very good defender, but just couldn't get fist the ball there.
Dean Wallace for his second. To join Darren Buick as the Bombers' leading goal kicker today. He kicks and misses. Looks reaction from the crowd behind the goal. We had to wait on the goal umpire for that one. So 1-1 to Dean Wallace today, and Pete McKenna and Ross Glendinning both full forwards. The ones you should pass.
They're crucial, though.
Particularly when you work so hard and you're not playing well, the selected team, to get down and take a good mark like that, you should convert.
Bad miss. He'll know it too. Now, here they come again, though. Denham, the Bombers come forward. Hurd is there. Can't mark. Mercury. Around the corner goes Mark Mercury.
Got it.
Oh, great kick, Mercury. Gone. Two goals for Mark Mercury, and the Bomber fans are happy, and all of a sudden the difference only 4 points.
Yes, and as I said earlier, they've really been able to get those goals at critical times, Essendon, even though they haven't been playing that well. And just clever little chips and a good punch there by Stevenson. And Denham has had a fair game. Just got some good roving. I thought Hurd might have taken that mark. He's been picked up by Sean White in this quarter. Good goal.
Here's Andrew Ups. Doyle, 4 points the margin. Matthew Phoebe, the half forward, and no mark. Hilton has grabbed when he didn't have it, so it'll be a free kick to Jeff Hilton. He's doing all right too. Now, where are their forwards? Here's one of them, Matthew Phoebe, sneaking down. Well, not a regular forward, but he's sneaking down to the half forward line. He'll kick from about 46 metres. He's playing well, Matthew Phoebe.
Both brothers with similar stats, 11 and 8 to Matt and 11 and 7 to Steve.
Well, that's great contributions to the cause. Now he's chipping it in. Oh, dangerous play to Hilton. He was surrounded. Strong tackle by Todd Viney. A quick kick. Comes back. Renval. To Harvey. The Bombers off and running. Here's Mercury. Highly skilled player, Mark Mercury. Back to Harvey. Can the Bombers get away? Or he was clipped across the ear. On to Ola Renshaw, and the Bombers go forward.
Ricky Ola Renshaw, kick up towards the square. Neats. Couldn't take it. Now he gets a second chance. Good tackle by Delaney. It comes out to Todd Viney at halfback. He'll be looking for options. Delaney tried to barge his way at him. And Phoebe takes the mark. It's Stephen Phoebe in front of Ola Renshaw. right on centre wing. Only 4 points in it. Well, the umpire was in the road, but Matthew Phoebe did well to get around him. Low trajectory drop punt. Djakovic! Great mark!
Very important to kick this.
What about the kick?
Well, it's one of the best pieces of play we've seen, Pete, considering that it was direct and a good kick off the boot and a good mark by Djakovic. Makes it look so simple, doesn't it?
It does, but the way the kicking's gone today, you'd have to say about a 3-to-1 chance for Alan Djakovic. Right on 50. He's kicked plenty from there before. This one going close. And I think off the hands it is. So through for a rush behind to the D's. Another yard might have made all the difference there. Kilpatrick preparing to come back on. 5-7 to 6-6. And the other redhead, Delaney, coming off. Kick-in comes to the member stand side. Marking contest out there. Tingay made good use of the body. Masiti goes off the ground. Cockatoo Collins comes in to give him backup support. Hard at the ball was Masiti. Essendon now through Stevenson. Stevenson gets it up and turned to David Calthorpe. Calthorpe, away he goes. Long hand pass. Salmon gives it back to him. Lovett's got in. The shot at goal is there, or is it touched on the line by White?
Gee, there's some great chases there, Pete. Firstly, Tingay coming around the centre, and then Brett Lovett just kept going and going and just put sufficient pressure on and a good jump there by White to tap it through.
Now Jimmy Stein's way out at half-back. Mark McCurry's after him. The Irishman. Oh, daisy cutter. And it hits Jeff Hilton right on the chest. Every time I look up, I look to see if it's Hilton or Tingay, the two of them with the long blonde hair. Now to half forward. 2 bites of the cherry, 3 bites of the cherry, taken by David Schwartz. Schwartz in towards Djakovic. Punched away. It was set up for someone to come over the top, and it was Dustin Fletcher to punch it over the line. 5-8 to 6-6. Absolutely nothing in this. They've got to move it quickly down to Djakovic. Now Schwartz is there. Now Rowe. Now Djakovic from the boundary line. Alan Djakovic has kicked the ripper, and boy is he happy.
He was going to do another high five there.
3 goals to the forward. He is really, really excited. 7-6 plays 5-8.
This is a great play on the outer wing by Melbourne, and this good tackle there by Schwartz there, and Rowe just setting up Djakovic. He kicks the hard ones. They're funny, some blokes at full forwards, they kick the difficult ones and miss the ones which you would think were bread and butter for them.
3 goals to Alan Djakovic and 165 at his league career now. Valuable one. Thompson goes off the ground. 25-metre kick out towards the outer side. This is Stevenson. Thought about giving it back to Calthorpe. Now kicks to half forward. Good use of the body by Stephen Phoebe to take the mark. Stephen Phoebe at half-back. As Pete said, both Phoebes playing well. And this is Hilton. Cockatoo Collins has just about got him. Low trajectory. Drop punt. Djakovic had the sun in his eyes, I think. Couldn't see it. Now he gets back pretty quickly. Right foot. Off target. Rowe, who gave him the last hand pass, takes the mark.
Good pass. Such amazing. Another one where you would have thought people was set up for Djakovic, running pretty well straight at goal, and off the side of the boot and fortuitously taken by Rode. Well done.
Well, Peter Rode, who has kicked one behind today, different role in this quarter, up forward, and pretty good stats too. 11 and 3.
I'm sure Alan Djakovic will claim that as a pass in the showers.
And he kicked 23 goals from 144 matches. What can he do here? I think he might have got it. He has! So Rode and Djakovic combining again for a goal, and the Demons go further ahead at the MCG, 8-6 to 5-8.
And once again, the half-back line of Melbourne's been very good. They get the ball through the centre line where Melbourne are also on top. And Tingay there, just getting the kick away in time. And the ball comes back to Djakovic, just off his own boot. And to me, he should have kicked the goal there. Mind you, it's very easy from here. Good pass.
So we see Jimmy Steins against Paul Salmon. Salmon has to lift. He's got to really do something. It's kicked in mid-air. Oh, here's the danger man, the pacey Buick. Buick to Calthorpe. Oh, Melbourne players coming from everywhere. Calthorpe surrounded by Demons. Still a chance though. As the hand pass comes out to Hurd, he's surrounded. Cockatoo Collins puts it down. Oh, great play, Melbourne. Good Neil Baum loved that. That was fantastic. Tingay to Schwartz. He can give it to Hilton. It's an ordinary kick, a shocking kick. The bounce favours Melbourne though. Oh, taken away brilliantly by Wanganeen. This game's got everything at the moment. Wanganeen now towards half forward. Cockadoo Collins goes to ground. Here's Buick. The little red. No, it's a free kick to Melbourne coming back at half back. And the kick there to be taken by Phoebe, and this is Stephen.
Stephen Phoebe goes to the outer side. He's looking for Cowell. He's had a great deal with Buick so far. Buick got 2 goals in the first quarter. Steins and Stevenson, bit of experience against the youngster. The youngster's got him.
It's a throw, Pete.
Good tackle, and the runner will come out, I'm sure, from Kevin Sheedy to say well done. He gets a call to play on, does so. Now that's a good kick. Salmon, a little bit of a nudge in the back there. White runs straight at the ball. Terrific stuff from the Melbourne defender. Did not take a sidestep there. This is Tingay. Now it's an Essendon ball, an errant hand pass, but the Bombers might be able to make amends. Stevenson this time dragged off it himself, and it's all tied up on centre wing.
Good tackle by Schwartz there. Gee, they're doing well. To tackle like that when you're running full pelt is very, very difficult, and they've seen some terrific tackles all day.
We have. That's been the highlight. I guess the kicking, as you said, Ross, has been the low light.
Disappointing.
We have a bounce just outside the square. 5 minutes left in what's been a pretty good third quarter. Certainly the last 10 minutes have been good. Todd Viney has the football, but it's going to be a free kick to Jim Steins. Steins at right centre wing. The Brownlow medalist of 1991, one of his club's best and fairest in the same year. Not surprisingly, Steins, good kick this time. In front is Doyle. At the back was Flood. Thompson, not too many options there. Finally to Grenvold, in turn to Wanganeen, who's defending stoutly, gets clear of Lovell. Poor kick though off the boot, comes down again towards the 50-metre line. Once more a chance for Melbourne. Can the D's make something of this? Cowell has time to steady. Flood getting back and takes the safe mark in defence. Away to Grenvold, and Essendon out of defence once more.
David Grenvold, the centre of the ground. Chris Sullivan's onto the ground, number 4. Matthew Phoebe has been magnificent. A great handball to his twin brother. This is Steve Phoebe going forward. A chance for Melbourne. Djakovic, yes! He's marked 10 metres out. Great play by the Phoebe twins at midfield.
Yes, I must say, people, I would give them at the moment best on ground honours. They really have played very consistently well. They've got the ball in difficult circumstances and have probably used as good as anyone on the ground. And this is a terrific mark by Djakovic.
Goal number 4 to Alan Djakovic. The Demon's on fire. Is he happy? He's clapping. And as we have a look at the scoreboard, a terrific 10 minutes of football by Melbourne. They've moved on from up to 60 to 38. So a good lead, Ross.
Yes, and their pressure on the man's been very good, Pete. Their tackling and persistence, their chasing, all those little things been very, very important. And the Phoebe boys we mentioned, so look at that handball. Terrific stuff.
4 goals to Alan Djakovic. The Bombers heading for their 3rd successive defeat. Something we certainly wouldn't have expected from the reigning premiers. They've got to get a couple of goals. This might be their chance up forward. The ball hits the deck. Mercury looking to come forward, but it's rushed through by Rod Grinter, and a rush behind to the Essendon tally. The 3rd rush behind of the afternoon. 60 plays 39. Bombers certainly not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Still 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Few minutes, Melbourne just starting to get on top, despite Gary Lyon being on the sidelines. Good mark, taken by David Neitz. Ran from Parkmore originally. Neitz to centre wing. Sun in the eyes of the players. Grenvold tries to spoil, couldn't do so. Rode, he's had a great quarter. Peter Rode, good kick. Djakovic. Oh, strong mark!
He dropped it, I think, Pete.
Well, has he?
Yeah, just fell out the last minute.
Smile on the umpire, but not on Jacko's face. As though he puzzled it, and the crowd seeing it on replay, thinking perhaps he might have been paid the mark, but not so. Going to be a free kick to Melbourne this time. Doyle has it. Doyle's done well.
His improvements allowed them to use Steins down the
exactly
forward
right.
line.
That's so important. If you've got a mobile big fellow like that who's strong as well, who can compete against Somerville, makes all the difference.
So Doyle right on 50. Up and under. too much under. No, it won't be a mark. Might be out of bounds. Road has it. Snapshot, but I think it will be a throw-in. Yes, it will. No addition to the score. Melbourne players going for it, but it was over the line then, so right next to the behind post in Melbourne's left forward pocket, a throw-in. Crucial stage of the third quarter. The Demons can manufacture something here and get a goal. Be a hard last quarter for Essendon. Snapshot by Hilton. Has missed and one behind. Kicked by Jeff Hilton, his first score of the day.
Gee, Ross, he's been a handy pickup, hasn't he?
Very good. He's what, 17 possessions, put 11 and 6. Been very handy.
9-7 to 5-9 under 2 minutes left as Fletcher kicks in.
Well, nothing happening for the Bombers at the moment. Here's Buick. He's off. He's caught. That's holding the ball. Oh, yes, he was off. He was caught red hot by Matthew Phoebe.
Phoebe boys again.
I reckon he's best man on the ground, Matthew Phoebe. I really do.
Well, you're not doing the votes.
I know. But he has been fantastic. But I might influence Roscoe. I keep mentioning him. But there's Fletcher to centre wing. Cockatoo Collins couldn't mark. Here's Todd Viney getting it out to Yates. Yates onto the left foot. Rings it up towards Doyle. Doyle versus Flood. Doyle can't mark. David Flood. Oh, there's Melbourne players coming from everywhere. Sullivan. Brett Lovett up in front of goal. Now the bounce important here. Oh, it does a backflip. Oh, look at this. Ops.
Touched.
Is that touched or a goal? Touched. Well, I said the bounce was important.
And wasn't it? Would have gone over Salmon's head.
9-8 to 5-9.
Gee, that would have been handy, wouldn't it, for Melbourne? Under a minute left in the third quarter. Bombers under siege here. David Grenville will bring the ball back. Needing something to happen on their forward line. That was the case at half-time. I remember saying that. It hasn't happened. Oh, Phoebe again. Just can't quite complete that one. Tingay looks for the hand pass. Now comes back to Lovell from Viney as the clock ticks down to three-quarter time.
Where was that to?
Bomber Thompson on his own. Calthorpe, the Brownlow medalist. Wanganeen onto Denham. Thompson again. Thompson at left centre wing. Still time for Essendon to score. If they're good enough, the Bombers. Hurd, even he's been quiet in this quarter. Can he quick kick one right on the boundary? Hurd goes goal and was missed. Putting it through for only one behind. Here's Shane Hurd. No, James Hurd. Not William Shane. James Hurd. 3 behinds today. His effort 5-10 to 9-8, a difference of 22 points.
Shane Hurd, he was a great player for Essendon for years. He was a tough player too, a good strong player. Here's the kick in. Out wide to the half-back line where Big Jimmy style is a little bit of finesse. Free kick, holding the man. Siren about to go. It's Todd Viney way out there at half-back, and that kick will count because he just got it in before three-quarter time. A great quarter of football by the Demons. Three-quarter time here at the well, as we see. There's Alan Jakovic. He's kicked 4 goals. He's always dangerous. Glenn Kilpatrick, we haven't seen a lot of him throughout this game. There's Cowley, who's been very good across the half-back line. He's covered Buick. It was important to Essendon and Roscoe. Kevin Sheedy will be unhappy, but the three-quarter time here at the MCG. Melbourne, 9-8-62. Lead the Bombers, 5-10-40. 2
and 3 for the afternoon. He's headed their goal kicking for quite a number of years, Paul Salmon, I think 8 times from memory. So the last quarter at the MCG, 22 points the difference in favour of Melbourne, 62 plays 40. Can the Bombers manufacture something to try to get themselves back into this match? Cowell and Cockatoo Collins. Cowell taken down in the tackle. Cockatoo Collins goes in looking for holding the ball. But the umpire has decided on a bounce at the half-forward flank.
It's Cowell picking up Cockatoo Collins with Buick starting in the centre.
He's lightning quick, Cowell, isn't he?
Oh, my word.
So a bounce, Organ for this one. Neats taps it down. No free kick. Hill's looking for holding the ball. There is none. So Tingay, named during the week in the Big V squad to tackle South Australia at Football Park. State of Origin clash. So that will be seen on 7. It's Phoebe again. This is Stephen Phoebe. Wobbly punt kick out to Road and Grenville. Road having a terrific third quarter, and the ball out of bounds on centre wing. Road starting in defence. 13 kicks, 3 hand passes. Somerville and Doyle. Somerville's had a stint or two on the bench too as Kevin Sheedy's tried to lift his side. Denham paddling the ball in front of him. Good knock on. Just a little nudge to get Steve Phoebe out of the road. It's going to be a Melbourne ball through Cow. And there's Matthew Phoebe. 7th mark. 15 and 9 now. His stats.
He's looking for Grinter. Oh, desperate attempt by Grinter. David Flood was there. Now he's picking up, Grinter's picking up Flood. And
Free kick. Is it?
A free kick going the way of Grinter.
Yes, deliberate by Flood. The umpire says.
Oh, that was a bit hard, wasn't it?
What other choice did he have?
Well, there's down towards half forward Schwartz, Harvey. Mark Thompson definitely short of a gallop as we expected. Bring it in towards half forward. Oh, good mark. Oh, taken by Stephen Phoebe. Well, it's just, it's not one, it's the other. They're doing so well. Centre wing, Schwartz flies at the back. Mark Harvey onto the left foot. Brings it back to the half forward line, and that's a very, very good mark taken by Mercury. Mercury brings it into full forward. Salmon and Sean White. Salmon couldn't mark. Goes after it. Socket off the ground. Look at the pace of Cow. And he ends up with the ball too. And now he goes back into the fray. Now onto the left foot. Kicks it to the wide open spaces. The race is on. A bad bounce for Hills. While the Melbourne players get in each other's way. Taken away by Denham. Denham down towards Flood. Flood and Grinter, and David Flood has marked. So Flood will kick from 20 metres on a 45-degree angle, and he had plenty. Asking the umpire for the angle, and as we know, the angle is a direct line from where you mark the ball to the centre of the goals. But you get so many supporters out in the outer who do the block every time they take it around on an angle.
By P. McKenna.
So the kick from David Flood. They need this, the Bombers. It looks good. It's a goal. So the Bombers hit back. That's David Flood's first goal, and they're still within striking distance. 6-10 plays 9-8.
Yes, as you mentioned, had a mistake there on the wing by the Melbourne players, just colliding with each other, allowing Essendon a chance to ball through. Here we see the kick by Cow. We'll see it here on screen. There we go. Lovell and Tingay and Denham, the player, to kick that ball down to Flood.
Doyle out of the centre for Melbourne. Thompson. You said he might have been short of a gallop, Pete, but I tell you what, he's certainly giving his all, trying to lift his side, and they are still in this contest. Don't write the Bombers off. Viney tries to burst his way through. Melbourne trying to answer the challenge, and they bring the ball downfield. This is Matthew Phoebe. Matthew Phoebe's kick lands just inside 50. Djakovic's kick 4, trying to get onto his left foot. He'll bend it around, but not far enough, and the ball will bounce across the line for a throw-in, 5 metres from the behind post in Melbourne's left forward pocket.
That was a terrible kick, Pete. It was a real tumbler for a player of his quality.
Saying he could have perhaps made more of the situation.
Correct.
Steins in the forward pocket against Somerville. Somerville wins it, flips it to the back. Lovell. Quick hand pass. Road. A snap. Across goal. Bounces, I think, out of bounds. Yes, it did bounce out just inside the line for a throw-in. Same distance from the behind post in the right forward pocket now for Melbourne. They'd like a quick reply. 62-46 in the Demons' favour. At the back is Denham. Now a chance for Calthorpe. Away he goes. Still he goes. Another bounce. Viney can't catch him. Still he goes. Finally gives the hand pass. Mercury. Oh, great tackle from Doyle, and the ball spills free for Yates. He was trying to do a Mick McGuan. And the Demons will get clear. It's kicked up towards Peter Road again, who takes the mark on centre wing.
Road's doing well. Gets it to Tingay. Tingay brings it in long. He's a chance. Steins at the back. Djakovic at the front. It's tacked back towards the line, and Dustin Fletcher quite happy to see it go over. But Melbourne's tackling, Ross, been terrific.
Fantastic, mate. I just love to see that sort of football. I mean, just an extra handball from Essendon. Too many. Should kick the ball and tackle results.
Forward pocket. Steins versus Somerville. Somerville copped it high. Umpire calls play on as a hand pass. Here's a chance. Brett Lovett can't get his boot to it. Still in play. Jimmy Steins. What can he do here, the Brownlow medalist? Oh, look at this. Floating back. Antonio behind. big Irishman. I think he looks as though he enjoys his stint down forward too. 63 to 46. I know one guy who's enjoying it down there is Peter Rowe. Get away from that full back line. I think they love it.
He's done well. Buick and Viney. They scatter. Well, that's a good kick. Harvey sets himself for it. Oh, good mark. No, just couldn't quite drag it in. Buick held but not in possession. Holding the man.
It was only just held, Pete.
Yes, just. Wasn't much in it. Hairline decision. Good mark. Taken by Hurd. 55 out. Chips it high. Obviously looking for a salmon mark or flood. Grinter. Dragged down by Cockatoo Collins, who looks for holding the ball. He won't get that.
And guess who made the critical small there? Phoebe.
Which one?
Stephen, number 21.
Salmon and Somerville. Bombers with height. Meets. Kick from a standing start, one across the ground to the other side, and the ball will bounce over the line 60 metres from goal in front of Todd Viney. It is. And
I mean, when you consider Gary Lyon's been off for nearly the whole game, it's a good effort by Melbourne.
Yes, terrific effort. He went off late in the first quarter. Well, managed to hang on. In fact, they're in front. A steadying goal here, if they can get one. This is Tingay, who's been good. Lovell runs into trouble. Ball spills free. Buick can't take it. Matthew Phoebe. Oh, beautifully done. That was guts and determination personified. Coaches love that. Love it now, the chance to run the ball out of defence. Good long looping hand pass to Matthew Phoebe. A kick to right half forward. No mark taken. Fletcher and Jakovic. He'll go off the ground, Jakovic, with his soccer skills. Will he keep it in play for Sullivan? He can't. It will be a throw in 20 metres from the behind post.
Well, that's that Matthew Phoebe's got my 3 votes without Ross Glendinning. What about the courage when he went through the pack?
Yeah, that was sensational, wasn't it? So it's a throw in. Steins with the sun at his eyes, getting the front posse from Stevenson. The Brownlow medalist couldn't take it. This is Hilton. A quick hand pass intended back to Steins. Sullivan. Long looping hand pass. Viney, or that doesn't travel the required distance. It comes to Schwartz from a standing start. Long high kick. He's there. What a kick. What a game. Melbourne hit back 10-9 to 6-10 at the MCG.
Yes, we mentioned take it down Matthew Phoebe. Courageous stuff. Just attacked the footy on the half-back line. Got possession. Lovett was involved. And after a few minutes of play, the goal results from a very good kick from Schwartz.
Well, one of the difficult things in football is to kick long from a standing shot, Ross.
Yes, and accurately.
And that was great. Great effort by Schwartz. Now, centre of the ground. They've got Wanganeen up there. Taken away by Mark Harvey. In towards half forward. Cockatoo Collins a chance. At the back, he's got it. In the little half forward. Sets over home. 7 Shepherds. Goal. Good goal. So the Bombers will not lie down. Shea Cockatoo Collins has kicked his first. They're not out of it. They always fight it out, the Bombers.
They still have fragmented. People still think Melbourne, they're definitely playing the better football, it's obvious on the scoreboard, but they are just more even, they've more even contributors around the ground. And Essendon just relying on too few players, and you just cannot afford to do that in today's footy.
Cockatoo Collins gets his first goal. Essendon stay in touch. 52 plays 69. Once again, it's 17 points the difference, and still 13 minutes to go in the match. But a terrific game, especially after half-time. It really has picked up a peg or two. Buick out of the centre, marking contest at half-forward, and it has been played to Cow. Cow at half-back.
Dustin Fletcher coming off P2, and Mercedes to come on.
Thompson at centre wing. Looks for and finds Mark Harvey. Harvey in trouble. Calthorpe. Pretty slippery there, nearly lost his footing. Over to Denham, through some pretty heavy traffic at midfield. The former Geelong player kicks to the 50-metre line. Grinter runs solidly at the football, couldn't take it that time. Hurd, a chance, steadies, kicks, and has put it through! What a game! Bird kicks his first after 3 behinds against his name. 8-10 to 10-9.
Yes, Jamie said he's just come on the play, set him up with some courageous stuff there to knock the ball on. He's in a bit of trouble too with an ankle. Just watch this as Denham kicks the footy down. Grinder attacked it very well, just couldn't quite control it. And watch, he missed a knock on. There it is there. Good goal.
The Demons by 11 points this centre break. Very important. Oh, Buick receives from Denham. Buick caught. Gets his boot to it. Oh, good run down by Tingay. Desperation. James Hurd to Buick. Brett Lovett is there. That's good play by Lovett. He's been a great player. And with the left fist, puts it over the line. Half forward for the Bombers, but they're looking dangerous.
Very correct defensive work there, Pete. The right thing at the right time.
Well, we know Essendon last year came from miraculous positions. There's 7. Todd Viney. Oh, free kick. Free kick will go the way of Melbourne to Sean White in that last line of defence, and he chips it across to Jimmy Stein.
Stein to the left half-back flank, gets a play on call from the umpire. Back to Todd Viney. He'll have to be quick to get his kick in, which he is. Viney to the edge of the square at half forward. Calthorpe. Thompson. Maybe in the back against Cow. Umpire has called play on. Beebe shepherded out of it. Thompson again, back to Grenville, chain of hand passes, Calthorpe. Oh! And Melbourne able to tie it up just as Essendon.
Well done, Jeff Hilton.
Yes, he's been terrific today, hasn't he?
They're the little things that win your footy matches in these desperate situations.
Those sort of things don't go down on the stat sheets. And Hilton, a good get coming from St Kilda. Doyle, Wallace. Gee, that's a real up and under job, that one. 30 up and 30 down. Jakovic on the boundary line. No one home in front of goals. Denham takes it. And you could build a block of flats in front of him. He could run 3 store gifts put together here. Good raking kick up to midfield. Real chance for Essendon if they can get the ball here. Cockatoo Collins a tap on. Bomber fans looking for a free kick, and they're going to get one.
Yes, on the shoulder.
Patrick coming back on as he takes the kick.
Yeah, Bomber Thompson off.
Flood. Tingay. Flood again. Long left footer. Going close. And is there! Essendon right back in it. It's his second goal this quarter. Great move by Sheedy. 10-9 to 9-10. 5 points the difference at the MCG.
Yes, in his 50th game, it's a great effort from this fellow. Free kick was awarded to Cockatoo Collins, and then Flood, very clever player from limited opportunities today, but just 7 and 4, or a couple of critical goals.
Once again, the Bombers proving that they never give up. They're coming back hard as it's centre bounce vitally important. Essendon have lifted a cog. Here's Hills. Now Ola Renshaw. He chips it in. Oh, look at this, David Flood. Chance to kick his 3rd goal for the quarter. Robert Domenico's on the boundary line.
It's unbelievable down here. The pressure's fantastic, but unfortunately for Mark Thompson, he's rolled his right ankle. Looks like he'll take no further part in the game.
Well, that's bad luck for the Bombers. David Flood, he could be the hero, and you wouldn't believe it if he kicks this. The Bombers lead by a point. David Flood stabs, drifts it away to the right. The Demon supporters and players breathe a sigh of relief.
Yes, the important stat in this last quarter, Pete's been the centre breaks. They really have favoured Essendon. They've worked very hard to get the ball out, and they've got the results.
4 points the difference. Still 10 minutes left at the match. Great comeback by the Bombers, who are heading for their 3rd successive defeat. That's on the shoulder. It'll be a Melbourne free kick to be taken by Lovett, who's been an excellent player for his side today. Tingay on his own. Well spotted. You can hardly miss him though. Tingay from right centre wing. Still he goes. Long raking drop punt in towards half forward. He's looking like down there. Hilton does the shepherding. Nearly comes up with the football. He tried to shepherd for Sullivan, who's now got it. Right on the boundary line, Sullivan. Good snap. Jakovic in front! Excellent work. Good mark. Good mark.
Yeah, good teamwork on the boundary line. 2 feet by Melbourne players to shepherd for each other, allowing Sullivan to get through.
4 goals to Djakovic, 5 goals to Djakovic. So Melbourne answer yet again. And the scoreboard showing Melbourne 11-9-75, Essendon 9-11-65.
Yes, and again, Brett Lovett featuring with a gutsy mark on half-back, getting what she ended up being a free kick. They got the ball out to Tingay, and they got the ball forward. Some good work here on the boundary line. Ball nearly out.
Ten points the margin, and what a fine line this game of football is. David Flood misses his at one end. Djakovic gets one at the other, when the Bombers could have been in front. Here's the bounce. Jimmy Steins. Somerville dragged off the ball. He didn't have it. The ball had to come back. Free kick to Peter Somerville.
Official attendance 61,193 peaked this afternoon, and they're getting their money's worth.
And this is the best ground you can watch football from. It's the best ground in the competition. It is magnificent to watch a big game here with the crowd. Perfect conditions here at the MCG. Peter Somerville brings it in towards the half-forward line. Up they go. It hits the deck. Tingay gets it out to Graham Yates. Yates onto the left foot. It's a clever little chip kick. And he finds Brett Lovett, who's a beautiful handballer, onto Andrew Hobbs. The Demons off and running. Djakovic one out with Stevenson. Oh, Stevenson did it very, very well. Well done to the young fella. And he gives it off to Mark Harvey.
Harvey's kick. Steins in front. Couldn't drag it down. Stephen Phoebe runs into trouble. Comes back to Steins. Went past Obst. Now to Yates, who's done well since he came on. Todd Viney at left centre wing for Melbourne. Looks for a little pass and finds Schwartz right inside the boundary line. He marks in front of Grenville. With the sun in his eyes, David Schwartz coming in for his 7th kick. About a kick and a half from goal, at least from there. Djakovic went too early, took off before nominations, and Denham. Oh, gee, that's nearly on the full. He just cuts it over the line.
I think Djakovic was appealing for deliberate, but they don't pay that this year. It's they give the players a lot of leeway.
So it's a throw in Melbourne's left forward pocket. Schwartz in front, Somerville's there, Sullivan back to Hilton. Oh, he was sandwiched, couldn't go anywhere. Kilpatrick taken over the boundary line, this time by Sullivan in front of Denham. And once again it will be a throw in Melbourne's left forward pocket, about 35 metres from goal.
Good to see Chris Sullivan out there. His dad, Tony Sullivan, was a terrific halfback for Melbourne.
So it's Somerville. And also, of course, played for Essendon. The same number 2, John Somerville. Out to Harvey. Harvey's hand pass close to the boundary line. Kilpatrick, make sure it stays close to the boundary line or over it. It's the latter option. And this time the throw in is 50 metres out. So Essendon working it away from the danger area. Now 50 metres from their goal and under 7 minutes left in this match. A thriller. Somerville taps down. Now Cowell takes the hand pass from Lovell. He's missed, has he? Ooh, one behind. Must have gone just over the top of the post.
It's been a good play too, Pete Cowell.
Well, he's contained Buick, hasn't he, Ross?
Which is important. Although Buick in this last quarter has got the ball in the centre a bit, but Cowell hasn't really been at fault there.
Well, Buick can cut you to pieces. He's a goal kicker. Steins taps it down. Here's Sullivan. He's handy with his pace. Brett Lovett. He's been great. Now he sets sail for home, Lovett. Oh, what's he done? He's dropped it. A great goal. Terrific goal to the Melbourne centre man. Is he happy? He's kicked 2.
Well, Pete, you mentioned how good it was for Backman to go forward for a while and just have a change in roles with David Rode, etc. But hasn't Lovett done very well since changing from half back and playing in that pivotal area. He's just used the football so very well, creative in everything he does, and to kick a goal at this stage of the game, very deserving. 11 and 12 for Lovett.
2 goals to Brett Lovett. Hasn't kicked too many in his career. Somerville wins it out of the centre. Very important ball, this one, of Essendon's to stay in this contest. Todd Viney over the Brownlow medalist Jimmy Steins. Quick hand pass. Raggett comes to Lovett again. Up towards left half forward. No mark taken. Wallace goes over the top. Sullivan, who's been good with his hand passes. What can he do with a little foot pass? Not well directed that time. Oliver Renshaw marks in front of Cow. And Essendon can move it quickly. They do. Harvey under Ranganine. And Mercury takes the mark at midfield. He wants to play on quickly, does so. Gets clear of Yates. Well, that's a good mark to Flood. He's given them something up there this quarter on the forward line. He's kicked 2 goals, 1. His last shot at goal could have put them in front for his third of the quarter.
Yes, he's given Rod Greener the run around this last quarter.
65 to 82 though. Time running out for the Bombers. He must kick this. David Flood down from nil. 1986 first of all. Only 32 career goals before this one. If he's to kick it, it just drifts off at the last moment. So his tally 2 goals 2 for the match. 2 goals 2 for the final quarter.
I think they've got to probably the Bombers should put Flood at full forward and try and keep him there for a few weeks instead of resting the ruckman there.
Wouldn't hurt, Pete.
This is Yates.
Try.
Well, he's pretty mobile, David Flood. Yates to the half-back line. Mark Harvey still got a rough chance. Well, they've only got just under 5 minutes of play left, and it's 66 to 82, so that's 16 points. They've really got to get 3 goals. So the Demons should be able to hang on from here. It's at half forward for the Bombers, but 2 bad misses by Flood have been costly, particularly his first one, which would have put them in front. The whole game could have changed.
No, Willett.
But Melbourne
You can't blame him though, Pete. I mean, there's plenty of teammates who haven't contributed.
Melbourne don't deserve to lose this game. They've been the better side. There's no doubt about that. Mercury loses the ball in the tackle. Calfell back to Mercury. Oh, the Melbourne players came from everywhere. Cow, Matthew Phoebe. Cow again. Look at the pace. Off he goes onto the left foot. Where's Djakovic? He slips over. Oh, and Stevenson. He's only a real youngster, but he's taken a good mark.
Yes, good mark for Stevenson. He's twice outpointed Djakovic in the last quarter. So that's been a good move by Sheedy. Salmon gets taken out of the contest. Cockatoo Collins has the football. Hilton goes after him. A Hyphens kick inside 50. Bird a chance. Grinter. Maybe it was almost Harold Yates, who's been good. Taps it wide. Road. Might be too wide for Wanganeen.
Very clever tap by Grinter.
That was Grinter, not Road. Gavin Wanganeen started in defence. Sheedy's moved him up to the middle in this quarter to try and give them some bite. 3.5 minutes left. The D's may be able to hang on. Boundary throw in. Salmon not really to the advantage of his side. That was Tingo's kick down towards Road now. And Wallace kicks it straight to Lovett. Lovett says thanks very much. And Djakovic, Stevenson, terrific effort there from the youngster. And it's rushed through for 1 behind.
Yeah, Djakovic just elected to wait for that when he probably could have taken a few steps forward and it would have just given himself a chance to take that. Well done by Stevenson.
He's done well.
Half-back, Steins, almost a mark. Good tackle. Hilton has been absolutely desperate. Thrown out by Denham. And the umpire right on the scene. And it's a free kick to the Demons. And let's see who it is. It's Todd Viney. And Viney chips it wide. Who's he looking for? He's looking for slips catch. Andy Lovell brings it into the pocket. Who's there? Peter Road traps it. Or did he run out with it? Yes, he did. And he didn't think so.
A tennis player.
Yeah. Look at this. Let's have a look. He tried to keep it in. Yeah. Yes, I think he took it over.
Good shepherd by Djakovic too on the ground.
Salmon. Oh, Brett Lovett did the ruck work. Good play. Lampwell with desperation. Taken away out of defence. That was by Stevenson. But he's given it straight to Jimmy Steins. Steins chips it in short and he's found a man. And it's Todd Viney. 2.5 minutes of play left in this game.
Good stats for Viney too. 29 possessions. This will be his 12th kick. Should have done a lot of unobtrusive things, Viney. Looks for Djakovic. Stevenson's there with him. Lovett. Out of bounds in front of Salmon. And Paul Salmon still just 2 and 3 on the stat sheet and bleeding from the left eyebrow. Battle scarred as the fish. Demons consolidating. This will be their 3rd win in succession this year. 2 wins, then a bye, and then again today. Lovett's kick, behind or out of bounds. It's out of bounds on the full. So a free kick to Essendon. Be taken down there by David Calthorpe in the left back pocket. Now what a turnaround by Neil Baum. He lost the first 4 last year and he was going to win 3 in a row. Just out of 1994. A big climb down there by Mercury. Couldn't drag the ball in. It's out of bounds on the full. Patrick under pressure, kicking out of bounds right next to the interchange area.
And the Melbourne members lifted. This guy has been fantastic. Matthew Phoebe.
16 and 11, Pete.
Oh, yeah. Great performance. And he's worked really hard. To half forward. Oh, look at that full mark. Salmon.
His lamp on the flyer.
Oh, I thought he had it. Actually, Ross. Look at it.
He's in the back.
Oh, boy. Yeah, Salmon, the man in front. Stein. Salmon's been very, very quiet. Jimmy Steins. Todd Viney will come off and David Schwartz on as Steins is way out at half forward. And to the roars of the Demon supporters, the chip pass comes in. This looks like Neates sneaking down there, is it? Yes, David Neates. Now, he's just steadying the ship, brings it into that hole. Andy Lovell back with the flight, dragged off the ball. Quick kick. Here's a chance. Sullivan races back after it, can go inside to Steins, and Steins tries the little Irish chip kick and puts it through for a behind.
An Irish chip kick.
Well, they run with that round ball in their Gaelic game over there and tap it up for himself.
I thought you'd explain it.
Paddy McKenna. 66 to 84.
I'll sing Galway Bay in a minute if you're not careful.
No, please. Salmon, well, the Bronx cheers. Crowd's pretty receptive here of efforts. That's a bit unkind, though. Another Phoebe possession coming up, but this time Stephen can't control it. It's over the boundary line. He's had 18 and 7, and twin brother Matthew has had 17 and 11. This is Steins. Renvold. Cockatoo Collins. And Yates. Oh, courage shown by Graham Yates. He went in solidly for that football, got clobbered about the head for his efforts. And it's going to be a ball up. Yes, he'll have a nice old headache tonight. That's a bounce on centre wing.
You couldn't hurt that head, Pete.
Pretty tough, isn't he?
Graham Yates, fair dinkum.
He'd eat a football.
You could hit him with a hammer.
In each hand.
Be happy with that, wouldn't he?
Buick. Kicks down to half forward. Ball paddled out the back of the pack. And the last throw of the dice, Grinter. There it is, there's the siren. And Melbourne have come away winners. They answered the challenge of Essendon in the last quarter and ran out convincing winners. The Demons undefeated so far this year. The final scores, Melbourne